On a hot summer day, I'm bringing you a little bit of cool. As a part of Christmas of July, I'm presenting you my mega Christmas of July top 40 signs and ornaments. I hope you will find this very interesting. You will have a lot of inspiration for our upcoming Christmas. And with that being said, I am C. This is CJ DIY. Hello, my darlings. I hope everyone is doing wonderful. Thank you so much for stopping by and you always leaving me the best comments. And with that being said, we're going into my DIYs. I found this shelf or a sign from a thrift store and I'm just removing all the hinges that they're coming with it. And as you can see, this wooden piece is very old, so I'm just gonna remove all the bolts and I'm gonna use this wooden part as a sign. When all the bolts are removed, I'm covering the holes with the spackling. I'm gonna let it dry and I'm gonna sand it out. When all that is done, I'm using one of those stickers. I purchased those from Walmart and we're gonna use the word hello. I'm only using HELL, and for O we're gonna use something else. So I'm positioning the stickers in the middle of my sign. I'm painting it with a Casio Waverly chalk paint over the stickers, and now when the sign is all dry, I'm removing the stickers from the sign so we can have our nice word that it's picking out of that rusted wood from this sign. Just cleaning it well. And now for O, we're gonna make this sign as a changeable. We can use it throughout the seasons, fall, summer, any season you like. I'm using this round plaque from Dollar Tree. Previously, I waxed it with a wood wax and now I'm just seeing how it's gonna look. I'm sanding the edges as well and adding a wood wax just to get that rustic farmhouse look. And I really like the shape of this wood. That's why I got it. It was very cheap from a thrift store. And my sign is ready to be decorated. I put an ornament for a word O and look how cute it came out. You gotta let me know, what do you think about this DIY? For my next sign, I'm gonna use one of those large canvas from Hobby Lobby, 18 by 24, and I'm just removing this canvas material because we're gonna use just the frame, wooden frame for our sign. When all that is removed, now I'm using 4 wooden dowels and we're gonna connect them together in a shape of letter X and put them in the middle of my window frame. Just like so. I'm using a wood glue and a hot glue. Make sure you don't mix the wood and the hot glue together, so it will be a nice sturdy surface. And our sign will be ready to be decorated soon. Just want to make sure the wooden dowels are glued. In the middle, I added a snowflake and I added one of my ornaments wreath. And look how beautiful it came. And now the snowflakes is connected with magnet and you can decorate this beautiful frame sign with any sign you like throughout the whole year. You can add some fall wreath, you can add some summer wreath, some flowers, and it's gonna look beautiful. For my next DIY, I'm using another wooden sign. I am purchasing those usually in end of each season because they're all going on sale for 80-90% from Joann's, and I'm using this window clings and super simple easy sign. Adding it with a glue stick, adding all the letters and this beautiful church picture, and we're gonna have a nice beautiful Christmas sign. Now when all the stickers are done, I'm gonna add a Mod Podge for protection. Just going all over. And when it's all dry, I am also gonna decorate it, add some greeneries and make it some kind of wreath in front of the door of my church. And I'm adding some fall mini Christmas tree. And that's about it for this super easy DIY. I have also made it a mini bow for top of the garland. And I tie it with a twine. And look how cute it looks. For my next DIY, we're making another sign. I found this wooden plate also for thrift store for a few cents. Now I'm just covering it with a sage paint. And when all that is covered, we're also going to use one of those wooden letters from Dollar Tree, painting them with a fern chalk paint. And we're using the word blessings. And we're going to use one of those snowflakes as well. Now when my sign is dry, I'm just sanding it out just to get that rustic farmhouse look. I'm also adding a clear wood wax. I'm adding the snowflake in the middle of my sign, just gluing it. I'm also gonna glue those letters on the bottom of my sign. And nothing without a bow. I just made a simple bow. I tied with a mesh twine. And we're gonna put this bow on top of my sign. And this sign is done. Look how beautiful farmhouse rustic it look. We also made a simple bow from that mesh twine as well. And I'm cutting the edges and I'm gonna glue them on top of the sign. I'm adding some greeneries as well for extra detail, and our sign is done. For the next wooden sign, I'm using this wooden round plaque from Dollar Tree. I'm using the tape so I can separate it on 3 parts, equal parts. I'm measuring that they're all equal before I start using the paint on. On top, I'm gonna use a agave chalk paint. On the bottom, I'm gonna use a moss chalk paint. I also added a fern paint over the agave paint just to get the mixture and it can match with my moss on the bottom. Just a little bit, all these different shades of green, because my 2021 it was all green colors. And in the middle I'm painting it with a white Waverly chalk paint or ivory. And now I'm just using one of those Martha Stewart stencils and I'm gonna cover it with all these different paints, agave, fern, just to get that beautiful wreath sign on it. I'm also adding a elephant paint over that wreath. I'm just making experiments just to see if it's gonna look cute. And look how cute it came out. I'm also using the word joy for the middle of my wreath sign. Super simple and easy. For handles, I'm using this mesh twine ribbon from Dollar Tree. And now with this beautiful bow, I'm just making a simple bow. Couple of loops just equal pieces, holding it in a hand, making couple of loops, roll it, twist it. I did this so many times that I don't know how to explain it, but if you have a nice ribbon, you can make any kind of beautiful bow that you like. The sky is the limit, and it's gonna look super high-end and very beautiful. After all those loops, I think I did 4 on each side, total of 8 loops. I'm gonna open the loops and I glue them on top of my sign, and I'm gonna roll the edges and I'm gonna cut them as a fishtails, and our Christmas sign is ready to be hung on our wall or on our doors. Now we're gonna make some ornaments. I painted that wooden plaque from Dollar Tree with a fern, and I'm adding this beautiful wooden truck also from Dollar Tree, and I just made a super simple mini bow with a twine. And look how cute, very simple rustic farmhouse look. And so far, here are the signs, and here is this mini beautiful wooden ornament. Look at this beautiful combination. I'm obsessed with green. Green is my favorite color, and I decided to do one season with green colors for Christmas. Next, I'm using another wooden sign from thrift store, painting the frame with a Casio Waverly chalk paint. And now I'm using one of my calendar pages that it's beautiful Christmas traditional family with their truck and a Christmas traditional store when they're going to buy their Christmas tree. And I'm just using a glue stick just to glue it on the bottom of my sign. I cut it out and I'm gonna put it back to my sign. And look how old was this sign. But not a problem. I'm gonna cover all that and it's gonna look super beautiful. I am also adding a wood wax just to get that beautiful rustic look. And I'm also sanding it out. To cover the back, I'm using one of the styrofoams from Dollar Tree. And my beautiful Christmas sign is done. And look how beautiful rustic farmhouse it looks. Like the shape of the frame too. Next, we're gonna make a couple of farmhouse ornaments. All those wooden plaques are from Dollar Tree, and we're gonna make different color, different shapes, and different decorations. So now I'm just using a Martha Stewart stencils, and I'm gonna paint them out with the elephant, with the fern, agave, any paint that I got ready for it to be decorated. Same process for my next ornament. Just using the stencil. Previously I paint out the plaque as well. And our ornament is ready. Very, very pretty. I'm using moss, I'm using fern, any kind of green shade you like. I'm using this wooden star previously painted as well. And I'm using some stencil with the stars, with the snowflakes. It looks very pretty. I hope I'm giving you lots of idea for decorating Christmas or any season. And those Martha Stewart stencils, I found them at Michael's, I believe. I think they have them even at Joann's and Hobby Lobby as well. Sometimes you can catch them on sale for like 99 cents. And you're gonna make a beautiful decorations for your home. Now that my ornaments are ready, I'm putting back the galvanized tops that it came with those ornaments, and I'm also decorating them with mesh, with the twine. So many ideas that you can make these high-end ornaments. I'm also adding a twine so it can be hanged on our Christmas tree. For those that didn't have a hole, I'm just poking a hole so I can add a mesh for them, and they'll be ready to be hanged on our Christmas tree. Super simple, beautiful, and very cheap ornaments. And this brought me to the old-time Christmas rustic farmhouse look. My next DIY, I'm using a wooden cutout. I'm using a Hippo water slide classic Santa printout. I also added a Mod Podge and let it dry. And while it's drying, I painted out my wooden piece with a white paint. And now I'm just putting my Hippo in the warm water just to get rid of the bottom of the paper. And I'm sliding it slowly on my wooden plaque. Just removing it, sliding it smoothly. Look how cute and super easy decor. I'm positioning it in the middle. I'm also using a tissue. Make sure it's all nice and sticking on my wooden piece. And that's it for this sign. I am really loving it. It was one of my favorite 2021 signs. For my next sign, I'm gonna use this sign purchased from my local store for a few cents. I'm gonna paint the inside with a fern paint. I'm gonna cover the whole sign with this paint. Next, I'm gonna add this beautiful Christmas tree and snowflakes, wooden cutouts, and we're also gonna use some wooden beads, and we're gonna make a garland. Few beads and in between Christmas tree and snowflake. Now when the garland is ready, I want to position it in the middle on my sign. See how it's gonna look. I want to make sure that there is enough twine left because we're gonna tie that twine on my sign. I'm poking a holes on corners of my sign. And now I'm just gonna add the garland, just like so. I'm tying the twine on the back of my sign. And look how cute it looks. To complete the look, I'm adding wooden letters. I'm staining them with antique wax. And now we're gonna make a Noel beautiful sign. Just wiping off the antique wax before I glue them on top of each wooden ornaments that we had on our garland. And look how cute it looks. I am really loving this beautiful shadow sign. Next, we're gonna make some signs with gift bags. I got those beautiful gift bags from Dollar Tree, and like I said, wooden plaques. You can always purchase wooden plaques from end of the season from Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, even a Dollar Tree. And now with the Mod Podge, after I cut off one part of the gift bags, I'm just adding it. I'm adding my Mod Podge roller, and now on top I'm also adding a Mod Podge, and I'm gonna stain the frame with antique wax. And look how beautiful and high-end this sign look. And no one knows that it's made from a gift bag. Super beautiful. And I'm also adding a simple bow tied with a twine in the middle, adding some greenery, and that's it for this DIY. I have added one of those mini tags from Walmart, and that's it for that sign. For the next sign, I'm using this triangle shadow box. I'm using a note scrapbook paper. I'm Mod Podging it, decoupaging it. And now when it's all dry and ready, I'm adding some greenery, some pine cones, some beautiful wooden birdie cutouts. All those cutouts are from Dollar Tree. And look how cute it's gonna look. For my next creations, I'm using these mini foam balls from Dollar Tree, and I'm using these golden bells from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna glue them on top of my foam ball until it's all fully covered. When my ornament is done, I'm adding a twine so we can hang it on our Christmas tree, and I'm also making a mini bow. We're gonna put it on top of our Christmas ornament, and that's it. Super cute high-end ornament. For the next ornaments, I was making experiments. For some of them, I put some paints, and on top I put one of those stickers from Dollar Tree. And on some of them, I put some scent, white scent. I added some Christmas tree inside of it. There is not a lot of explanation needed. You just be creative and you can create any kind of ornament you like. You can add some bows on top of that. You can add some stickers. You can add some scents inside of the ornament, and it's gonna look super high-end and beautiful. Mixing all those vase fillers and a green scent inside of it as well, and gives that extra high-end look for a Christmas ornament. Adding those golden mini Christmas tree as well, trying to position them in the middle. Also adding an extra rustic golden touch to those snowflakes and make them look like a high-end look. I hope you like them, and look how beautiful they all came together. For next, a simple mini sign, adding a Martha Stewart stencil and making a Merry Christmas sign, and this sign can be used in one of our tier tray. Perfect for the season. Using different colors, cashew, red, green. Beautiful traditional Christmas colors. And here is the look of all of them, how they came out so far. And just a little detail can make some decoration very high-end, and what is more beautiful, it's done from a Dollar Tree, mostly Dollar Tree items, and it can look very high-end. Look for our home decor. Another simple sign, I'm just removing that blessed cutout from the sign, and I'm just gonna leave it like it is on the back. All I need is just a plaque on the back of side of this sign. I'm just gonna paint it out with a white chalk paint. When it's all done, I'm just adding 3 equal lines just to get that rustic look on my sign. Just drawing a line. I'm adding a paint also, and now I'm just sanding it out just to get that farmhouse look on my sign. I'm adding the plaque back to the sign, and I'm gonna add one of those stickers from Dollar Tree when it's gonna say pray. I'm gonna decoupage it, and I'm adding these wooden star cutouts. Super plain, simple sign. And look how beautiful it looks. For my next sign, I'm using one of those stencils. I purchased this stencil from Amazon, and I'm using my chalkboard sign. I also got this sign from Michael's. It was on sale. And I'm just positioning my stencil, and I'm going to use all these Waverly chalk paints, cashew for the words Christmas tree, using with a sponge, for the Christmas tree I'm using this green color. And I didn't like how it came out, so I'm adding a moss just to get the different shade of green. And a golden for top of the letters, and red for the bottom, white for the side of the Christmas tree, and I'm just removing, and look how cute and high-end this sign came out. For my next sign, I'm using these long plaques from Dollar Tree. All I'm doing now is just distressing them with the moss and elephant chalk paint just to get that rustic look to it. And then after that, I'm just gonna wipe it out so they can look rustic and farmhouse. I'm gonna add these wooden cutout snowflakes on each of these long signs. Just like that, I'm gonna glue them. I'm adding wooden letters when it's gonna say gave gift. And that's about it for this DIY. Super simple and easy, beautiful signs for our home decor. For my next sign, I'm using this wooden plaque, also purchased from Joann on sale. I'm using antique wax for the sides and for all those rows, and I'm gonna leave the stripes with the color that it came. I'm also using a star wooden cutouts, and I'm using a scrapbook sheet paper. I'm just measuring it before I cut it out and decoupage it on this star frame. And now when they're all cut out, I'm using a Mod Podge and I'm just gonna decoupage it. You can use any sheet that you like. You can even use a tissue paper and decoupage it and make a beautiful design, whatever you prefer. And I'm just using my decoupage roller. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. And I'm gonna put it on my wooden sign, and look how cute. Just one detail can make a huge difference on the signs. I'm just gonna glue it in the middle. I'm gonna add one of those wooden cutouts also from Dollar Tree, Mary, and a Christmas tree on the bottom. I'm using the lighter just to get rid of the extra pieces, paper pieces that it was on the stars, and also getting that rustic look. And I also add a little mini red nose for my reindeer, and that's it. For the next DIY, I'm using this sign. I'm just gonna remove the paper on top, and when it's all removed, we're gonna paint it out. I'm gonna use a Moss Waverly chalk paint. And when it's all painted out, I'm gonna use another give bag. I'm just gonna cut out this beautiful reindeer, and we're gonna decoupage it on my sign. I'm just sanding it with a sander to get the rustic look. And now I'm just adding a Mod Podge, and I'm adding my beautiful reindeer. I'm also Mod Podging the top and the whole sign with a Mod Podge. And on two corners, I'm gonna add these beautiful wooden star cutouts, and our rustic farmhouse sign is done. Look how cute it looks. Another sign painted out and using a shopping bag as well. Cutting the truck with a tree, and I'm gonna use the stencil, putting it in the middle on top of the sign, and I'm just gonna use the word Christmas on top. Look how cute it looks with this paint. I'm really loving it. In the middle, we're gonna use the truck that we cut it out from the shopping bag, and then on the bottom, I'm using a folk art golden paint for the word trees. And I'm also adding the lines for my word with a rose gold metallic marker from Dollar Tree. I added a Mod Podge for my truck and put it on top of the sign, and that's it. I am sanding out just to get the rustic detail on my sign, just to get that farmhouse rustic look. I am also gonna add these wooden tree cutouts. Before that, we're gonna add a Mod Podge to seal our sign, and we added the wooden Christmas tree, and that's it. For the next sign, I did the same thing, galvanized round sign. I also added one of the give bag sign, very Merry Christmas tree. I added some greeneries, I sanded out, and I glued this galvanized ornament sign in the middle of my round wooden plaque. And I'm also making a raffia bow, super funky raffia bow, put it on the top, and that's it for this sign. Super cute and easy, made out of give bag. Another sign made out of a give bag. I cut it out those beautiful reindeer on top of the galvanized sign, put it inside of that wooden sign, add some greeneries, and that's it. And look how beautiful those signs look made out of gift bags. What do you think? I am really loving how they all came out. Super rustic farmhouse look for our Christmas season. For the next DIY, we're gonna make these beautiful stars that I'm always making them. I'm making them for each season. I just grabbed a couple of shopping bags, decorative shopping bags. I got those bags from Dollar Tree. I cut them in the middle. I think I used 7 of them, and I'm just gluing them on top of each other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, exactly 7 of them. And now when I glue them together, I'm just opening up and I'm gluing each end of it. And that's it for this beautiful star, snowflake, whatever you like to call it. In this video, I had to speed up the process because there is so many creations. But if you like slow process of how these things were done, my playlist from my last Christmas season, they're all in the description box, so you can see all those creations slowly how I made them. I added some ornaments in the middle of my snowflake, and look how beautiful it came out. Super high-end. For the next DIY, I'm using this Mary plaque from Dollar Tree. I'm cutting it out on a scrapbook sheet paper, and now I'm just gonna decoupage it with a Mod Podge and cover it. I'm using the lighter to get rid of the extra paper that it was between the word, and here you go. Look how cute. For the next DIY, I'm gonna decoupage those tassel ornaments that I got from Dollar Tree, adding some different Christmas scrapbook sheet, and that's it. Super simple and easy ornament that we can put it in our fireplace or in our Christmas tree. I'm adding some greeneries for the bottom of the tassel ornament, just to cover that blue color and match with my color on the scrapbook sheet, and that's it. Super cute, beautiful, high-end look. And here how they all came out. Super cute and beautiful. For next creations, 4 wooden pieces from Dollar Tree. We're gonna put them together with a staple gun because that's gonna be the holder for our word that we're gonna make. After I put them together, I also put on top and on the bottom that staple gun just to make it more sturdy. We're gonna create a beautiful sign that it says Holly. We're gonna paint the letters with white chalk paint first. Next, we are using those branches and we're gonna put them in the middle of our letters, just like so. Glue them and just put them in each letter on our sign. We're gonna glue our letters on top of our holder with a wood glue, and that's it. You gotta let me know, what do you think about this beautiful holly sign that we made? For my next DIY, I'm using this cross, and what I'm doing now with a pencil, I'm just making a stitching lines where I'm gonna use my burning tool so we can get that rustic stitching lines on the frame of the cross. Super easy. For more detail on my stitching line, I'm adding a white paint with a brush, and I'm just gonna wipe it out just to get that rustic look on my cross. Now we're gonna decorate our cross. I'm adding all those beautiful branches, and I'm gonna add this beautiful wreath ornament in the middle, and our beautiful cross sign. It's done. You gotta let me know, what do you think? It's super cute, simple and cute, with the details of these greeneries and the ornaments and the stitching line. It came out so beautiful, farmhouse look. For my next sign, I'm using another round wooden plaque from Dollar Tree, painted out white, and I'm gonna use one of these stencils. I previously sprayed it with adhesive spray, and now with a fern chalk paint with a sponge going all over the stencil, and I'm just removing it. And look how beautiful it came out, this candy cane old-fashioned sign for our coffee table. And of course, nothing without gingerbread decoration. I'm gonna make Mr. Twisted and Mrs. Twisty for our coffee bar, and I'm just gonna show you how easy I paint them out and how cute I made them. I paint out one white and one with a fern paint. For more decorations, I'm adding a polka dots. Those are the vase fillers on Mr. Twisty suit, and I'm just gonna glue them. I cut them on half and I glue them to look more cute, and it already looks super cute. He's so handsome. What do you think? I also added this plate bowl from Dollar Tree. For hair, I cut off one of those map towels from Dollar Tree. And for Mrs. Twisty, I'm adding up green polka dots for her costume. She looks so adorable. Gonna glue them together. For her hair, I'm gonna add more of this polka dots ribbon that is also from Dollar Tree, and I made a green cute bow. Super cute. I glued it. For her nose, I also added this polka dot red, and that's it. And look how pretty she came out. She's so pretty. And my darlings, we came to the end. For those of you who are still here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always leaving me such a beautiful comments. And I hope I gave you a tons of inspiration for our upcoming Christmas. And this was my mega top 40 signs and ornaments for Christmas in July. And until our next time, my darlings, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of music, positive energy from me to you. Bye-bye.